Good morning, students. Welcome back to online class. I am Subha, handling social science. Already 3 classes over. In this session, I am going to give only question answers. So study well and be ready for the test after school reopen. So please, students, obey your parents and learn the lesson thoroughly. Here, first lesson, geography, first lesson, lithosphere, endogenetic processes. Here, first Roman number 1, choose the correct answer. First question, the dash is the rigid outer layer of the earth. The answer is, which is the rigid outer layer of the earth? Crust. Okay. Second question, dash layer is made up of liquid iron, outer core. Third question, magma is found in the dash, mantle. That is option B. Next, fourth question, diastrophism is connected to dash, tectonics. Fifth question, the movement of tectonic plates is induced by dash energy, thermal energy. Sixth question, in the ancient period, Gondwana land moved towards dash direction, north. Next, many million years ago, India was a part of the supercontinent, Gondwana. Next, eighth one, the movement of plates that create stress and tension in the rock, causing them to stretch and crack, result in dash, fault. Ninth question, dash refers to a bowl-shaped depression found at the top of the volcano, crater. Next, last question, the point of origin of an earthquake is called dash, focus. Here the answer they have given wrong, not epicenter. The correct answer is focus. Please correct it. Okay. The point of origin of an earthquake is called the focus. So correct answer, focus. Next, match the following. Endogenetic processes, volcanic eruption, mantle, sima, convergent boundaries, subduction, zone, earthquake, seismic, composite volcano, Pacific Ocean. Next, Roman number 3, consider the given statement. First question, the Mount Fuji is a dormant volcano. Mount Kilimanjaro is a dormant volcano. Mount Tanzania is a dormant volcano. So, which of the statement are true? Here, correct answer is A, option A. One is true. That is, Mount Fuji is a dormant volcano. That is the correct answer. Next, question number 2. Statement magma gushes out when it finds when. Reason, interior of the earth contain compressed hot magma. Which of the statement is or true? Here also option A is true. That statement and reasons are true. Next, question 3. Statement, first one, mountain ranges are formed by the collision of tectonic plates. Statement 2, the movement of tectonic plate is due to the thermal energy from the mantle. So here the correct answer is D. So statement 1 and 2 are true. Next, Roman number 4, answer the following in 1 or 2 sentences. First question, write a brief note on the various spheres of the earth. Here 2 points are there. First point, the earth is divided into biotic and abiotic spheres. Biotic, second point, biotic spheres is the biosphere. A biotic sphere is further divided into lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere. Second question, mention the layer of the interior of the earth. Here the answer is the structure of the earth's interior is divided into 3 layers, namely the crust, the mantle and the core. Next, third question not have, okay, this one no need. Next one, fourth question, that one, third question in your book, it is the third question. Define plate tectonics. Here 2 points, the tectonic plate float independently, Collisions of the tectonic plate produce mountain ranges and other irregular surface features both on land and the ocean floor. This phenomena is called plate tectonic. Question number 5. Write a note on fold and fault. Here, fold. Due to lateral compressional forces, the plates are forced to move upward and downward. This is called folding. Faulting. The movement of plate also creates stress and tension in the rock, causing them to stretch and crack. This is called faulting. Question number 6. This is very important question. Please listen. What is tsunami? The word tsunami is a Japanese term meaning harbor waves. It is adapted to describe large seismically generated sea waves caused by earthquake, submarine explosion and landslide. What next question? What is a volcano? Mention its major components. So, a volcano is a vent or an opening on the surface of the earth crust through which hot, solid, liquid and gaseous material erupt out of the surface from the earth's interior. Next question. What is an earthquake and how it occurs? Earthquakes are generally caused by the sudden vibrations in the earth crust which spreads outward in all directions as waves from the source of disturbance. Next question. What are seismic waves and mention its types? Earthquakes generate seismic waves. The nature, force and speed of the seismic waves depend on the nature of the medium through which it passes. The major types are primary or P waves, secondary or S waves, surface waves or L waves. Next, last 10th question. Write about the Pacific Ring of Fire. Here 2 points are there. First point, the Pacific Ring of Fire is an arc around the Pacific Ocean where many volcanoes are found. The Pacific Ring of Fire is the most seismically and volcanically active zone in the world. Next one, give reason for the following. Question number 1. Sial floats over Sima. Answer is Sial consists of silica and aluminium. Sima contains silica and magnesium. Sial is lighter than Sima, therefore Sial floats over Sima. Next, second question. Igneous rocks are also called primary rocks or mother rocks. Answer that. Answer. Igneous rocks are also called primary rocks or mother rocks because all other rocks are directly or indirectly formed from them. Next, Roman numbers 6. Distinguish between them. Here, first question, core and distinguish between core and crust. Here, core. The core is the innermost hottest layer of the earth and the true center. And crust, the crust is the outer layer of the earth. Second point, it is composed mainly of nickel and iron, so it is termed as knife. It is composed of silica and aluminium, so it is termed as Cr. Third point, denser materials exist within Earth's core. Lighter materials exist on the surface. Second question, distinguish between epicenter and hypocenter. Here also 2 points are there. Epicenter. Epicenter is a point on the Earth's surface that lies directly above the focus. Hypocenter. It is a point within the Earth where an earthquake rupture starts. Next point, the impact of the earthquake is felt at most at the center. Here it generates series of elastic waves. Third question, distinguish between divergent boundary and convergent boundaries. Divergent boundary. The plates pull away from each other as magma pushes up from the mantle. Convergent boundary. The plate moves towards each other and sometimes a plate sinks under another. Next, fourth question, primary waves and secondary waves. Primary waves, these waves are fastest of all the earthquake waves and the first to reach the epicenter. Secondary waves travel less faster than the primary waves. The waves, next point, the waves pass through solid, liquid and gases. Here these waves travel only through solid. Third point, the average velocity of these waves is 5 to 3 km per second to 10.6 km per second. Here the average velocity of these waves is 1 km per second to 8 km per second. Next, fifth question, shield volcano and volcanic dome. Shield volcanoes are formed by intense viscous lava. Volcanic dome, a lava dome or volcanic dome is roughly circular mound formed due to the slow ejection of viscous lava from a volcano. Here, as the second point, as the lava is rich in silica with intense viscosity, it is prevented from flowing far from its vent. Example, Pariquent, Mexico. These are shallow depositions with gently sloping slides. Hence, the lava flows out in all directions to create a shield. Example, Mauna Loa, it is in Hawaii. Next, write answers in a paragraph. Paragraph question. First question, describe the structure of the earth. Here the answer they have given crust, mantle and core. Okay. Second question, write a note on the internal and external process of the earth. So here also the answers they have given. The form is these answers you want to write. Next, third question, how are volcanoes classified based on the periodicity of their eruptions? Here also the answers based on the eruptions, it was classified into 3 types. Okay. About that detail you want to write. Next, fourth question, explain the effects of volcanoes. Here also the constructive effect and destructive effect. Next one is the map skill. So on a given outline map of the world map, the following Pacific Ring of Fire, earthquake prone zone, any two, like that they may ask in the map. Locate any two activity, volcanoes of the world, Himalaya and Alps range, Rift Valley of Eastern Africa. So first the Pacific Ring of Fire. So which portion it has been? It is the major area and it is based on the Pacific Ocean where many earthquake and volcanic eruptions occur. So both the side, the Pacific Oceans only, this Pacific Ring was formed. Next, earthquake prone zone area. So mention any two places like that they may ask question. So which two places you can mark? Turkey and Indonesia. Here only often earthquake will occur. Next one, active volcano in the world, that is Hawaii and Mount Fuji. Can you understand where you want to mark this? Hawaii and Mount Fuji. The dark portions, there are only these two places. Next one, the Himalayas and the Alps range. So two places, Himalayas and the Alps range. Next one, Rift Valley of East Africa. So here you want to mark these places in this map. Next one, the HOTS question. First one, consider the various sources of information related to the Earth's interior. Classify the above as direct and indirect source of information. Give reason. Seismic activity, Earth's magnetism, volcanoes, mined rocks, gravitational force and meteors. About that answer also they have given. Only one question is there. So students, please study well and be thorough with this lesson. Okay. Yes. Next lesson, geography lesson 2, lithosphere to exogenetic processes. Here also Roman number 1, choose the correct answer. First question, the disintegration or decomposition of rocks is generally called as dash, weathering. Second question, the process of the leveling up of land by means of natural agent, that is gradation. Third one, dash is seen in the lower coast, delta. Fourth one, crust topography is formed due to dash, groundwater. Fifth one, which one of the following is not a depositional feature of a glacier, circular. Sixth one, deposits of fine slit blown by wind is called as losses. 7. Stacks are formed by wave erosion. Eighth question. Dash erosion is responsible for the formation of circular glacial. Ninth one. Which one of the following is a second order landform? Deccan Plateau. Next, Roman number 2. Match the following. Here, first one. Distributor is, the correct answer is lower course of river. Second one, mushroom rock, that is alluvial process. Escarce, third one, escarce, glacier action. Fourth one, stalactites. The correct answer is cross topography. Next, fifth one, cliff, that is the action of sea wave. Next, Roman number 3, answer in brief. First question, define weathering. This is very important question. Weathering is the disintegration and decomposition of materials of the Earth's crust by their exposure to the atmosphere. Second question, what do you mean by biological weathering? Biological weathering occurs due to the penetration and expansion of plant roots, earthworms, burrowing animals, like rabbits, rats, and same human activities. Next, third question. Mention the three courses of a river with any two landforms associated to each other. The courses of a river is divided into three. The upper course, V-shaped valley or gorges. The middle course, alluvial fan, floodplains. The lower course, delta and estuaria. Next question, what are oxbow lakes? This is also a very important question. First one, meanders is due course of time become almost a complete circle with narrow necks. This in turn gets abundant and form a lake. This is called an oxbow lake. Fifth question, how does a cave differ from a sea arc? So sea cave, difference between sea cave and sea arc. Prolonged wave attack on the base of a cliff erode rock materials which result in the formation of caves. When two caves approach one another from either side of a headland and unite, they form an arc. Example, Nile Island, Andaman and Nicobar. Next, sixth question. List out any forecast topographical areas found in India. That is first one. Guptadam Caves, it is in western Bihar. Pandava Caves, Panchmuri, that is in Madhya Pradesh. Kuchmar, that is Bastar district in Chhattisgarh. Bora Caves of Visakhapatnam, that is in Andhra Pradesh. Next, seventh question, what do you mean by a hanging valley? These are valleys eroded by tributary glaciers and that hangs over the main valley. Next, eighth question, define moraine, drumline, esker. Moraine. Landforms formed by the glacial deposits of valley or continental glaciers are termed as moraines. They are of various shapes and sizes like ground terminal and lateral moraines, etc. Drumline. Drum lines are deposits of glacial moraines that resemble giant inverted teaspoons or half-cut eggs. Esker, long, narrow, rigid composed of boulders, gravel and sand deposited by streams of melting water which run parallel to glaciers are called eskers. Next, question number 9. Mention the various features formed by wind erosion. The erosional landforms of wind, mushroom rock, inselbergs and yardons. The depositional landforms of wind, sand dunes, brachans and losses. Next, what are wave-cut platforms? Answer is flat surface found at the foot of the sea cliffs are called as wave-cut platforms. Wave-cut platforms is also referred as beach, shelf, terrace and plain. Next, distinguish between, first question, distinguish between physical weathering and chemical weathering. Physical weathering, it is the breakdown of rocks without changing their chemical composition through the action of physical force. Chemical weathering, disintegration and decomposition of rocks due to chemical reactions is called chemical weathering. Cracks are formed and disintegrate and occurs eventually. Here, chemical weathering takes place through the process of oxidation, carbonization, solution, and hydration. Here, exfoliation, block disintegration, granular disintegration, etc. are the different types of weathering. Here, the agent of chemical weathering are oxygen, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. Next, distinguish between delta and estuaria. Delta. Delta, a triangular shaped low-lying area formed by the river at its mouth is called delta. Estuaria, deltas have fine deposit of sediment enriched with minerals. Estuaria is formed where the river meets the sea. Deposition of silt by the rivers is not possible in the estuaries like delta, as if the waves keep on eroding the deposit. Example, river Narmada, river Tapti. Third question, distinguish between stalactite and stalagmite. Stalactite, when the water containing dissolved stalactite gradually drips from the ceiling of the caves, water evaporates and the remaining stalactite hangs from the ceiling and the stalactites are formed. Next, stalagmite, when the stalactite deposit rises upward like a pillar, stalagmites are formed. Fourth question, distinguish between longitudinal dunes and transverse sand dunes. Longitudinal sand dunes are long, narrow ridges of sand which extend in a direction parallel to the prevailing winds. These dunes are called sipis in Sahara Desert. Transverse sand dunes are um, asymmetrical in shape. They are formed by alternate slow and fast wind and blow from the same direction. Next question, distinguish between Inselberg and Yardans. Inselbergs, certain hard rocks like igneous rocks are more resistant to wind direction. Yardans, in arid regions, certain rocks have hard and soft layers arranged vertically. Isolated residual hills rising abruptly from their surrounding and termed as Inselberg. Example, Urlu or Arias rock that is in Australia. When wind blows over these rocks, the soft layers get eroded, leaving irregular crusts. These are called yardines. Next, question number 6. Distinguish between spit and bore. This is also a very important question. A spit is a rigid or embankment of sediment attached to a land on one end and terminating in open water on the other end. Spits are common at the mouth of estuaries. Example, Kaikinad spit. Next, bar. A bar is an elongated deposit of sandstone or mud found in the sea almost parallel to the shoreline. Next, give reason. Question number 1. Chemical weathering is predominant in hot and humid zone. Give reason. Answer is chemical is predominant in hot and humid zone because the warm temperature and rainfall increases the chemical weathering. It encourages the decomposition of plant matter to produce chemicals such as humic acids and carbon dioxide. These chemicals increases the rate of weathering. Question number 2. Slit deposits are less at estuaries than deltas. Answer, slit deposits are lesser at estuaria than delta because the waves keep on eroding the deposit. Example, river Narmada, Tapti. Question number 3. The snow line is at the sea level in polar region. So the snow line is at the sea level in polar region because higher the latitude, lower the snow line from sea level. Question number 4. Wind can possibly erode the rocks from a side. Answer is wind erode can occur in any area where the soil or sand is not compact or if it is a finely granulated in nature. Wind can loosen the material and send it in all direction. Fifth question. In limestone, region surface drainage is rarely found. Answer is the rainwater mixes with carbon dioxide and enters into limestone region. It dissolves and destroys much of the limestone. Subterranean drainage may limit surface water with few to no rivers. The ability of water to penetrate the rock layers, joint and bending plains make the rock permeable. So surface drainage is rarely found. Answer in paragraph. Here, only 4 questions are there. First question, write a note on weathering classification and example. Weathering is the disintegration and decomposition of materials of the earth's crust by their exposure to atmosphere. There are 3 types of weathering. Physical weathering, chemical weathering, biological weathering. About that detail you want to learn. Next, second question, explain the erosional landform formed by underground water. Here also the answer has given. So, Terra Rosa, Lapis, Sinspole, caves and caverns, etc. So, about this you want to study. Next, third question, what is a glacier? Explain its types. This is also one of the important question. So, please students, learn well. And next, fourth question, describe the depositional work of the wind. Here also sand dunes, Bradshaw, longitudinal dunes, losses, etc. There are also only 4 questions are there. Next one, the fifth question no need that not have in your book. Next fifth question no need. Okay, next one, map skill. About this, Roman number 7, consider the given statement and choose the right option given below. It was in your book, it has given as Roman number 3. So please listen. Question number 1. The first question, I-shaped valley is an erosional feature of the river. U-shaped valley is an erosional feature of the glacier. V-shaped valley is an erosional feature of the glacier. So which is the correct answer? Option D is the correct answer. Only 2 is right. Question number 2. Statement 1. Running water is an important agent of gradation. Statement 2. The arc of the river depends on the slope of land on which it flows. So which is the correct answer? A. Option A. Statement 1 is false. 2 is true. Question number 3. Statement, limestone regions have less underground water. Reason, water does not percolate through limestone. So which is the correct answer? Answer option D. The statement and reasons are right. Next one, Hart's question. Here in this Hart's question also 3 questions are there. Is wind the only gradational agent in the desert? So answer is yes. Wind is the only gradational agent in the desert. Example, erosional activity, yard and depositional activity, sand dunes. Second question, underground water is more common in limestone areas than surface runoff. Why? Here the chief constituent of limestone is calcium carbonate, which is soluble in pure water and easily soluble in carbonate water. Third question, the river channel in the lower course are wider than the upper course. Answer is the reasons are the river splits into a number of canals called distributaries. The river brings down loads of debris from its upper and middle. The river deposits that develop typical landform like delta and estuaria. Okay, students. Next one is the map skill. Okay, something this is very important. On the given outline map of the world map, mark the following places: any 2 deltas, a cross region, any 2 hot and cold desert. So answer is first map skill is an any 2 delta, Euphrates, Tigris delta and Amazon river delta. Okay, these are the places. Next one, a cross region, that is in China. Okay, any 2 hot and cold desert. So 2 places they have marked. Any 2 hot desert, Sahara desert, Kalahari desert is a hot desert and Bolivian desert is a cold desert. Okay, and Mundra Antarctica desert also cold desert. Next one, Roman number 10, give geographical terms for the following. First question, chemical alternation of carbonate rock on limestone region. Here A, B, A, B, C, D like that they have given. For first question answer is carbonation. Second one, flat surface near cliffs, which is the flat surface near the cliff, that is plateau. Third is erosion plus transportation plus deposition gives gradation. Next, the bottom line of a snow field is the snow line. Okay, up to this. So thank you, students.